Hey girl. Hello Pisces, how are you doing? My name is Simply Valka and we're going to be doing your general reading for this week. Now when it comes to my general readings, I always ask people to rely on their intuition because I like to speak in examples. Now what this means is that I like to, for these cards I may relay the message in terms of like a relationship, but for you they may pertain to like a work situation, right? At the end of the day, I'm just a man reading some tarot cards. You know your situation better than I ever would. So with that in mind though, if this reading does give you any type of resonance and gives you a sense of direction, I would love for you to give me a like and subscribe because it does help out my channel a lot and it's completely free, so you know. But yeah, also let me know in the comments below how these cards resonate with you and like in what type of way, because I genuinely like knowing what's going on in y'all's lives, and I always try to read all the comments. In fact, I know I read all the comments, so I'll own that. And I try to respond to most people. So yeah, let's just jump into this reading right now for you guys. Let's see the back of the deck energy right here for you guys. 10 of Wands. You guys are definitely releasing something, which makes sense because we have for your first row the Hermit card, number 9. So write that down for yourselves, Pisces, for numerology later to look up. And then we have the 2 of Water. And then we have the Page of Water. Page of Water has been coming up a bunch for some of the Zodiac signs, so that's a good sign in my opinion. Some of you guys are finally starting to connect. But with that connection though, I feel like first you have to go through this hermit phase where you kind of just self-reflect, where you just figure out what it is that you need to release in yourself, right? I feel like you do need to release something. I feel like this is going to be a week really of where you go inwards and practice compassion with other people, but also most importantly with yourself, Pisces. Maybe you need to be easier on yourself, right? We have the 2 of Water, which is talking about a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, which is the key, and the positive resolution to a conflict. So what I'm getting from this is I feel like, also with the Page of Water, because this is a two-way thing, so I'll read off this one as well. A new person enters your life, a relationship begins a new phase, and heightened psychic senses. So I just call these cards turds, y'all. So these cards worked together in such a ways where it's almost like the story comes off in a sense of where it's like you release something. So maybe like your relationship something happens in your relationship, or where you realize you need to work on yourself, or something happens that you kind of just need to reflect on and go deep with. And that's why you start owning that hermit energy. And it's through this though that you adopt the Page of Water and 2 of Water energy, where it's like you need to like, it's through this like conflict that might have happened, or just some type of interaction that might have happened, that allows you to get closer with somebody, right? That allows you to, because I feel like this is like such an energy where it's like you got into a tiff with somebody. I don't know why tiff is like a word that I've used now for this. I've never used the word tiff before, but it's like, yeah, it's almost giving me like the energy of where it's like you got into like a small fight with somebody and it was pretty emotional. But I feel like once you self-reflect a little bit, you'll be able to see the other person's side of things. Or maybe you don't see the other person's side of things, you just see your side of things and figure out what it is that's been weighing you down, that's been stressing you out, Pisces. Because I feel like you've kind of just been in like this state of where it's like I don't want to say you feel defeated, but I definitely feel as if like you're not feeling at your best right now. Yeah, we have the 4 of Coins for you, which is letting me know that you kind of are like at a standstill with something. You're kind of like sitting here and you don't know what to make of a situation. You don't know what to do with some type of situation. You don't know if you should go to a new job, or you don't know if you should try to make it work. For this first row overall so far, what I'm seeing is like try to make it work. We have this 8 of Cups in reverse for you guys. So usually with the 8 of Cups upright, you're walking away from something peacefully. But when it's inverted, I feel as if you're being drawn to not walk away from somebody. And it makes sense because it's like the Page of Water and the 2 of Water is talking about things going deeper. It's just coming to a resolution or something. So I really feel drawn to let a lot of you Pisces know that like you don't need to release this person. Obviously, again, if this person's like doing any harm or whatever, I don't need to give that disclaimer. Y'all know not to be listening to me. If y'all let go of somebody that's abusive to you, why are you listening to my advice? Talking about don't let that person go. Let that person go. Hello? I don't need to do a disclaimer on that. And the King of Wands comes in with the 2 of Water. So yeah, I definitely just feel like this first row overall is just giving me the message of um see what you can learn from this. This is kind of like showing me or telling me that like your lesson came in the shape of a person or some type of social dynamic. Does that make sense to you, Pisces? It's so that's why you don't want to let this person go. So it's like maybe this conflict happened to teach you something. Well, I feel like that's some type of conflict happened to teach you something, or maybe just show something from yourself, a reflection of yourself, right? I just feel so strongly in that, like, it's almost as if spirit utilized the people in your life to show you something, to teach you something, but not to take it personal. It's like that their goal wasn't to get rid of a person in your life. Their goal was to just help you learn something that would be make you receptive towards it, and like they utilize the connections that you have in your life, right? But it's not that deep, I guess, is what something I'm hearing. For the moon cards, we have the new moon. A new start is coming, right? So I feel like this new start's like a new phase in y'all's relationship again. This is like going back to the phases. It's like it's almost like a cycle ends after you heal, right? Balsamic moon. It's like the cycle ends after you have like this healing moment. Full moon and eclipse, conclusions are within reach. So yeah, like you guys are definitely going to be healing from whatever this first row is talking about. Maybe you guys have been dealing with some stress at work. Maybe you get like just some type of conflict, some type of energy that's kind of going awry. It's working itself out. And since that was in the first row, maybe you guys already have started that process, perhaps. Let's get into your second row though. We have the Six of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the Emperor in reverse. We're definitely going to be pulling some clarifiers for this because this seems like a lot to unpack here, Pisces. One more. I feel drawn to look at the back. All right. Ace of Water. So yeah, you're definitely getting closer with some type of relationship, but I've been talking about this for all these readings this week. I swear to gosh, Pisces. Like, I'm just now processing this, where it's like, what this card, like fully looking at it. Like this six, I've seen this card all week and I don't know. Yeah, Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is letting me know that's like, if this is in reference to, I don't know what's going on with me. This is letting me know it's in reference to this relationship that you kind of had like your tiff with. Whatever this energy was talking about in your first row for your life, this is where it's continuing on. I feel like you're being pushed to have some type of deep connection in terms of something collaborative with you, or at the very least, just open up to other people close to you, right? You're gonna have to take that leadership role. You're gonna have to make that first step though. So if you're the type of person, Pisces, that's kind of waits for someone else to make the move, I'm getting the sense that you need to be the one that makes that move because you're going to be one that sets the example, that leads by example. I'm getting that for some people when it comes to like relationships, I'm just hearing that some people are intimidated by you. That's like a message that just maybe for like a couple people, but something to pay attention to. The King of Air was for your Seven of Wands clarifier, and this just makes sense continuing on with taking that leadership role and leading by example, because this card says speaking your mind with confidence, seeking out professional advice, balancing your mental and emotional consideration. So it's like, as that leadership role, you know, as a king, you can't react off of emotion. You know, you have to be logical about it. As I was it's one of those things that where I feel like it's you're gonna have to be the one that sets that example. You're gonna have to be the change that you want to see in other people, and the only way that you can do that is by addressing your ego. Number 15 equaling to 6, Archangel Jophiel. So if you are looking to work with an individual this week, I would suggest working with Archangel Jophiel. Let me read off this card though. False sense of entrapment, being overly focused on the material things, and negative or fear-based thoughts. And this is on top of your Emperor in reverse. So I feel like this goes back to your insecurity energy. There's something in yourself that you're kind of doubting, Pisces, in yourself. And I feel like it's because of your ego getting in the way. Now, when people see the word ego, they kind of already feel like I feel like there's this association with ego where it's like feeling like you're better than somebody. But the ego and how I'm speaking about it in terms of like, I guess in a spiritual sense, it's kind of like the narrative that you tell yourself. So it's like the ego would come in where it's just like, oh, I don't need to release this baggage. This is not affecting me in the way that other people are thinking it affects me in, right? Or, you know, or it's like having those negative fear-based thoughts. If you're insecure with yourself, that's still your ego coming into play, because it's like your ego wants to keep you small. So it's like, look at where your ego is coming into play, because it's like, you can't be that leader that you're being called to do and be, Pisces, without addressing your ego. That's the only way that you can be a good leader, is by having a good relationship with your ego. Now, the back of the deck energy that I pulled for you was the two of coins for you. So you're balancing too much. You have too much on your plate right now. And I almost feel like this kind of goes into your last row, Pisces, because we have the 5 of discs, the 8 of cups, and the 5 of swords. I feel as if, like, here's the thing. This first row, I feel like this is a separate energy, in the sense that, like, you might have gotten into an argument with, like, one individual. So let's just say, like, boyfriend and girlfriend, or, like, you're dating, let's not do genders. You're dating somebody. And then it's like you got into a fight with your insignificant other. And then it's through that fight with that significant other. It doesn't have to, you don't have to be dating. It could just be a friend. Other people react to that situation, and you kind of see where it is that they stand, right? Because here's the thing, like, 2 of these cards right here, well, no, all of them, they kind of all go together in terms of imagery. These 2 cards right here, it's like you're having to defend yourself from, like, other people, like, attacking you, and it's just like you're just trying to do your best. You're just like, why are you guys doing this? Like, you're just trying to do your own thing. And then with the 8 of cups coming in, this is like something that's just like you didn't anticipate. It's happening behind your back, almost. Not saying that, like, people are saying anything behind your back, because that's just not something I'm going to ever delve into when it comes to tarot. Because it's just not something I'm interested in. But I feel like this is more so like the energy of where it's like this, like how I was saying before, like this person up here was used as like the vessel to teach you a lesson and something, or show you something. It's almost like this is like the reasoning for it. It's like you got into this small tiff with like your significant other, so you could see the true colors of individuals that are around your space. Does that make sense, Pisces? Let's pull one more card for you, the message from the universe, and then I'll close this reading off. But yeah, overall, such good cards for you, Pisces. What I would really say for you overall, and what I would suggest for you, is like this is going to be a week of just like reflecting on the relationships in your life and allow them to free you, because I feel like this yin and yang, I love this card actually. I'm sorry, like, let y'all see this. This freedom card comes forward to me, which is letting me know that, like, you guys are, it's like this energy right here. This is what you're being freed from. It's this energy, not this energy up here. Maybe it's going to correlate with both. I don't know. I'm not even going to do that maybe. It's really like this energy here. It's like through whatever is shown through this first row, brings light to something. It's like a moon moment to you that gives you such freedom here. So beautiful reading, Pisces. I hope this was helpful to you in some type of capacity. Remember, if this does give you some sense of direction, I would love for you to give me a like and subscribe, because it does help me out. But yeah, I hope I get the opportunity to provide another reading for you at some point in the future. I love you so much. Bye.